Plaintiff, India Allen, says she and the defendant came before Judge Mathis in 2015. And months after the case, they reconnected and had sex. India claims soon after she got pregnant, and the defendant had doubts about being the child's father. So she petitioned the court for a paternity test. Defendant Jose Slaughter says when he and India rekindled their romance, she had a boyfriend. And after the child was born, India refused to let Jose sign the birth certificate. Therefore, Jose is not sure if he is the child's biological father.
What we're doing here today is helping to either put a family together or lay to rest any issues regarding family by way of a paternity test. So I'll allow you to begin.
Well, Judge, I don't know if you remember us, but we came in 2015.
About what?
I damaged the defendant's vehicle, and that caused us...
all the way around. That's
and you won?
Yes, sir.
And that was in 15?
Yes.
The child must be at least 3, because I know you wouldn't come back here after going through all that. Well, key in the car is not the worst of things that a person can do. So glad you keyed the car and not him. So, yeah, it's altogether likely you all may have gotten back together. And is that the case? You all got back together after that?
Well, we stayed apart for quite some time.
How long?
But the end of 2016, we reconnected.
Okay.
And at the time, I was in a relationship, on a long-distance relationship. And so in January, when my relationship became a little rocky, I became intimate with...
Why did it become rocky? Your long-distance relationship?
There were several reasons that we just couldn't come together. And
Did you start seeing him before you broke up with the other guy? Is that why we're here? You were seeing both?
Yes.
So it wasn't no something was going on. He just snatched you from the other. That's what you call snatch. He snatched you.
No,
it was the Brooks Brothers shirt.
I wouldn't tell nobody it was only my shirt. Go ahead, ma'am.
But
So after making love to both of them over some time frame, you chose to be with him exclusively?
I tried to.
Yeah, well,
but he didn't.
You snatched. Go ahead.
But once again, we ran into not really wanting to be in a relationship.
Within how long?
I'd say a month or 2.
You couldn't keep her for a month? Go ahead.
So throughout,
giving you credit
I found
over
out
here.
that I was pregnant in the end of February, and literally it was a juggle. He wanted to be a part of our lives, not want to be a part of our lives, wasn't sure that the baby was his, the baby's his.
Let me ask you this. Why did you all break up at the end of February?
He wanted to be with another woman, so I was tired of fighting with him.
So she snatched from you. There's a lot of snatching going on here. You give me some background, sir.
So we were dating. We met in 2014. We're dating into 2015. Stopped dating after she keyed my car. And afterwards, we did reconnect and rekindle back in into 2016, beginning in 2017. And at that time, she did have somebody that she was dating, and I still was able to come back in, and we rekindled. And then from that time frame, she did break up with her. Like, I guess they were kind of on again, off again. Had that situation, was still dating me, and then she was pregnant, I think.
Oh, so you didn't, if she was going back and forth, you didn't snatch all the way. All right, so what else?
So right after that time frame, she told me she became pregnant. I mean, I didn't know what to think, what to believe at that time. I mean, I'm still doing my best to be there. I was there from when the child was born in the hospital. She did not, she basically said I couldn't sign the birth certificate. I wanted to sign the birth certificate. She made it so that I couldn't sign the birth certificate.
What did she say?
At the time, I mean, we got into an argument. Like,
about what?
About the last name of the child.
Oh.
So
Okay.
I wanted to be there after, you know, she's telling me that this child may be mine.
You wanted the child to have your
I want the
last
child to
name.
have my last
And
name.
you wanted to sign the birth?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wanted to sign the birth certificate as well. Got into an argument because of that, and she had me kicked out the hospital.
That's not true.
Who got kicked out of the hospital?
I got kicked out the hospital.
Ma'am?
He wasn't present in the hospital.
Okay.
I was
he
there.
He's
was-
never been to the hospital and been kicked out?
I was there.
Quiet, sir. He's never
No.
been kicked out of the
He
hospital.
was there for the birth of our child.
Did you all have a discussion regarding last name?
Yes.
Not until after I
How long
begged
after?
him.
How long after the birth?
2 days after the birth of the child.
How did it come up?
After the birth of our child, he was there that night, and then he left the hospital and didn't come back. And when I told him that we were getting discharged from the hospital, then the conversation about the child's name and what the name of the child would be leaving the hospital with. And I told him that if the pattern that he's already shown me in the last couple of days of this child's life is anything like how it's going to be for the rest of his life, I didn't want him to be in the child's life.
Really?
You're not going to jump in and out of my child's life.
Okay. In
He
2
did
days.
that the
You
entire
determined all that
my
in 2
entire
days.
pregnancy.
You determined all that in 2 days. He was there
did
for the
that in
birth
my
of the
entire
child,
pregnancy.
and because you didn't see him for 2 days, you're going to destroy your child's life. You're going to retaliate against him and put into question, put into play the father of your child. He wants to have the child. He wants the child to have his name. He wants to sign the birth certificate, and you say no. He's not going to have your name, and you're not going to be included on the birth certificate. And who do you hurt?
Your Honor,
The child. What?
the state wouldn't have even allowed me to sign his
But
name.
you told me
without him
why.
being
You
pregnant.
you just told me why. You didn't say it was because of that. You said I didn't want to give him the name because he was late. Playing with this baby's future and playing with this baby's life because you mad. Did you come back or communicate within 2 days? I'll let you explain yourself on that. Go ahead.
I did, sir. At that time, I was working as a private investigator, so there was 2 cases that I had that took me away at that night, and then I received some news that you know, my grandmother was ill, and I took some time out to kind of, you know, think about that. And I did communicate with her. I tried to call her, but it was late. She didn't pick up. I figured she was asleep with the newborn child. And then it wasn't until the next day where she's telling me that she's being discharged. That's when, you know, I tried to come up there. And then
Tell
that's
me
when
my baby can't have my name because I was there when he was born. I'm making a commitment. No, he ain't never having your name. He ain't gonna never be a part of your life. You wiped this man out of your child's life in 2 days? No, you can't put your name. This man begging to do it. Right. Particularly after he done had another man at the same time. Go get the results. You know this man is the baby. I don't know. Then again, you want 2 or 1? You want 2 tests?
One is enough for me,
Playing
sir.
all these games with this baby.
One is
I
enough
don't even
for me.
care about you or her. I care about this baby's head y'all about to play with. How old is the baby?
10 months.
Can't play with the baby now. You can go and take this and get your name on there and get prepared for child support. You're the father. Good luck to you.
Oh, what a cutie.
Hey, what's going on, fat man?
Oh, man.
I would like to say I'm happy that I got the decision and result that I'm looking for, and that's all.
I'm just glad that he knows that he's the father now.
No questions are asked. Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.